Azati alileri, Cenab Prezident, Yunanıstanın Azərbaycandakı fevkalade ve selahiyetli sefiri olarak etimadnamemi size etmeden memnunluk duyuyorum. Your Excellency, I seize this opportunity to convey to you the personal best wishes of my President and the aspiration of Greece to expand our cooperation in all fields of mutual interest.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. Please also convey my greetings to the President of your country. You are in our country already for something more than 2 weeks, as far as I was informed, but you already learned some Azerbaijani language. Therefore, I'm grateful for your address in our language. So I hope that you already had time to get acquainted with our city. I hope that during your activity in Azerbaijan you will have a chance to travel around Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan and Greece, they have a very similar climate, so I think that this issue with climate situation will be familiar to you, so you will feel yourself comfortably in Azerbaijan. And also I hope that during the time of your activity in Azerbaijan, we will find areas of cooperation which will allow us to concentrate on practical issues. Frankly speaking, last several years, I think, were the years of very low cooperation, low level of cooperation between us. In the previous times, we had more active contacts, and as you know, I visited your country on official visit. 2 presidents of Greece visited Azerbaijan on official visit, Prime Minister. But after the previous government of Greece came to power, these contacts had stopped, and that was the initiative of the Greek government. So now actually we don't have any active contacts, we don't have exchange of delegations, and therefore we need to think how to plan our cooperation in the future. I will be open with you, Mr. Ambassador. Of course, diplomats, they have their own style of communications. I was studying in the institute which prepared diplomats, therefore I know what is diplomatic language, but I think that it's better to know the positions of each other in order to have a clear understanding where we are, what we want, and how we want to move forward. There have been several issues which I think negatively influenced our cooperation. One of them was the issues related with Greek gas company DESFA. I can tell you that our energy company SOCAR joined the tender for purchasing DESFA on the request of the Greek government, and the previous Prime Minister of Greece, Mr. Samaras, personally asked me that SOCAR to participate in the tender procedure. And as a result of the open tender procedure, SOCAR made the best offer and won the right to owe DESFA. That was important also from point of view of our plans to build Southern Gas Corridor. It was 6 years ago, I think, something like 6 years ago. At that time, of course, we were only planning to build the connection between Azerbaijan and Europe, and we thought that it will be a good idea that if Azerbaijan will supply gas to Greece, it will be good to also have a company which will distribute it, the gas. Anyway, we made a down payment of 10% of the cost, which was 40 million euros. And for 4 years, from 2014 until 2018, this money was in the possession of the Greek government. But unfortunately, the previous Greek government did everything so that SOCAR lose this right, this legitimate right, which, once again, I'd like to say we got based initially on the proposal of the Greek Prime Minister, and we got this right during the open and competitive tender procedure, but due to political reasons, due to negative attitude of previous Greek government towards Azerbaijan, we were deprived from this legitimate right. And of course, it seriously influenced our relations, which already were at a very low level. But after that, frankly speaking, we decided just if Greek government treats us like that, then we should also think how we will respond. So our response was actually doing nothing. We did not make any démarche, we did not make any diplomatic step. We just said, okay, if they don't want us, if they prefer other companies to be shareholders of DESFA, it is their right. We cannot do anything about that, but I can tell you that I raised this issue also on several occasions in Brussels with two former leaders of European Union, with Mr. Barroso and with Mr. Tusk. I raised this issue because it lasted 4 years. And I said, look, we are talking about trust. We are talking about new agreement between EU and Azerbaijan, which European Union actively is promoting. How can we strengthen trust if our company wins the tender, purchasing the Greek company, member of EU company, and then Greek government makes steps, and that step was through approval of new law in your parliament, which made this issue not possible. And then European Commission also did not approve the deal for 4 years. I said, tell us no. Tell us we don't want you. But keeping us, you know, in this situation for 4 years is not a sign of partnership. So that was a very disappointing issue, and of course it seriously influenced, I think, our relations. But again, it was not Azerbaijan who initiated that. Azerbaijan always was very supportive to development of ties. And by the way, you definitely know that TAP was not the only option for the transportation of Azerbaijani gas. There were several options where Azerbaijani gas can go after it reaches the Turkish territory. It could have had a different direction. But selection of TAP also was a decision made by investors, foreign oil companies, and Azerbaijan. So in other words, we made from our side positive gestures towards Greece, but after previous government came, I want especially underline it, because before previous government of Syriza came to power, we had very good relations with previous governments of Greece. Second issue which I also want to raise with you, and so that you hear it from me, not from other sources, is our concern about military cooperation between Armenia, Greece, and Cyprus. As you know, Armenia is a country which occupies our territories, committed the act of genocide in Khojaly, made homeless a million Azerbaijanis, destroyed our historical and cultural and religious monuments, committed the policy of ethnic cleansing on the occupied territories, and is violating the international law, and is not complying with United Nations Security Council resolutions and other organizations. And by the way, 2 years ago, EU and Azerbaijan initiated the document which is called Partnership Priorities, where EU supports territorial integrity, sovereignty, and inviolability of internationally recognized borders of Azerbaijan. In other words, Armenia behaves in an aggressive way. Recent tensions on the state border provoked by Armenia, recent attempt to conduct act of terror where Armenian officer was captured when he penetrated the line, crossed the line of contact, and he already made confession that his group was aimed to attack our military servicemen and civilians. In other words, Armenia is an enemy of Azerbaijan, and that was their decision. So of course, close military cooperation of Armenia with any country is of concern. And probably you know about our reaction to the intensive supply of weapons from Russia to Armenia right after the Armenian provocation on the border. The active clashes stopped on July 16th, and starting from July 17th until yesterday was the last flight, there have been numerous cargo flights from Russia to Armenia through the Caspian littoral states airspace. So it's not only I'm telling to you, we also raise this issue with our Russian partners that military cooperation with Armenia is something which we are concerned of, because it possesses the existential threat to Azerbaijan, because using these weapons, they kill our military servicemen, they kill civilians. So this trilateral form of cooperation is of concern. Of course, every country does what it thinks is right. Therefore, we are not in a position to block it or any way to prevent it. But I think it will be good that you hear from me that this is issue of concern, and why I also explained. It's not Azerbaijan who occupies Armenian territory, it's Armenia who occupies Azerbaijan's territory, which is reflected in the documents of all international organizations. And the last thing which I also want to raise is recent tensions between Turkey and Greece in the Eastern Mediterranean. I can tell you, and it's not a secret, that Turkey is not only a friend and partner, it's our brotherly country. And we support and will support Turkey in all the cases without any hesitation. And we see the same support from the side of our Turkish brothers. They support Azerbaijan in all the issues, and we support them in all the issues, including in the issue of their exploration in the Eastern Mediterranean. And I want you to know our position. This position was already officially articulated by Azerbaijani authorities on my instructions. And I can tell you that once again that Turkey for us is not just a friend, it's a brotherly country, and Turks are our brothers. So we will be always with them on all the issues. I want to find something positive just to raise, but unfortunately I cannot find. Probably we hope that the new government of Greece, which took the position relatively recently, will reconsider the policy of the previous government towards Azerbaijan, and we can restart communication, can restart talking on the issues which can create some positive dynamics. But of course it will depend on the policy and position of the Greek government. I think I will conclude now, and will give a chance to you to say what you think is right.
Your Excellency, thank you very much for your remarks on the status of Greek-Azerbaijani relations. I heard with very much attention what you said, and I'll transmit to my authorities what you said. But there is a change in last year. There was a change in government. Our government has a lot of issues to deal on all sectors, and it's a government who has considerable outreach. I think that there are many more things that unite Greece and Azerbaijan. For instance, is respect for international law, because it is well known that Greece is a long-standing, firm supporter of international law. Our cooperation was for sure much more developed some years ago, but the new government will do whatever is necessary in order to find better ways to reach out to you. And also I would like to say that from our perspective, your country and our country are countries with very interesting trilateral and bilateral cooperations. You have a lot of them. You have even a pattern of trilateral diplomacy. We have also our trilateral, very successful diplomacy with many important countries, especially in the Eastern Mediterranean. And we always take care not to harm our relations with Azerbaijan, respecting fully international law. And we would like to see this as much as you can reciprocate it. But personally, I think that the future of our cooperation and the present can become better given some time to the new government to find with your government the possibility to better our relations. At this stage, I think is what I can say.
Thank you. Thank you.